the next three that I'm going to have played here, the next three clips all happened within probably 10 to 15 minutes of, in a 10 to 15 minute time span. And this was just pretty incredible. So in clip 4, what you'll hear is the team I was on, by the way, was called with it, Peninsula Paranormal Society. And that's where I learned a lot in my paranormal journey. So you hear the team, we're just kind of standing around talking, and something kind of pops in, and you'll hear one of the investigators react to it. She heard it, and we'll see if the audience can hear it. You hear one of the team members, and that's Mary, by the way, and she says, "Whoa, what did you hear? I heard a voice." So let's see if we can pick it out here. Go ahead and play it again.
Okay. You got about 30 seconds to hear it, but, you gonna play it there? No? You're gonna go right into music. Okay, all right. So we're gonna come back, and we'll hear that, and we're gonna hear a whole bunch of other EVPs that you've got, because you got quite a bit, so we'll get right started into it, so we won't miss those. All right, you guys, it is Halloween. And we are celebrating it here. EVPs, spooky stories, and some really cool readings next hour as well. Kylo's here. Kfi Am, happy Halloween.
KFI, news of the hour. On the hands, and when it breaks. I'm from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Police in Van Nuys shot and killed a man who was carrying bloody knives and slashing tires. Officers say they asked the man several times to drop the knives, but instead he came at them, prompting them to fire the gun. Today, prosecutors are expected to recommend life in prison for an Army veteran who tried to bomb a white supremacist rally in Long Beach 2 years ago. Some of his online posts supported a violent jihad. Police in Redondo Beach are trying to figure out who posted racist signs around the city. All of the signs have since been taken down. A homeless encampment for veterans near Brentwood is expected to be torn down this morning. Those living in the so-called Veterans Row are being transitioned into permanent housing. Southland weather from KFI, mostly cloudy today. Inland highs hovering right around 70 degrees. Low in the 60s at the coast, 2 degrees warmer on Tuesday. Right now, 54 in Huntington Beach. Foothill Ranch, 54. Long Beach, 57. And in Pasadena, 56 degrees. We read local from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. I'm Phil Hubert.
In Burbank, this is on the 134 westbound at Path Avenue. We have crash taken up the left lane there. Watch for some slowing from Alameda. Hollywood 101 northbound at Cahuenga. Cleanup crews from an earlier crash. They're taking up the right lane there. You're seeing some delays on Franklin Avenue. And in Anaheim, we have good news. Earlier crash that was on the 91 westbound before Euclid has been cleared for lanes. Your drive is recovering in that area. KFI in the Sky helps get you there faster. I'm Brian Van.
The Delta variant is making COVID-19 spread faster and more easily. Variants can be more contagious, aggressive, and deadly. But we know vaccines work. Vaccinated Californians have greater protection against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. We can help stop the spread and end this pandemic. Get vaccinated and wear a mask when it can protect you and others. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
In the 90s, Bruce Willis couldn't avoid the spotlight until he discovered a tiny mountain town. On the podcast Haleywood, discover what happened when Hollywood glamour collided with the small-town values of Haley, Idaho.
It's a tale people close to Bruce Willis have never been keen on telling, but it's a story the people of Haley are recounting in detail for the very first time.
Listen to Haleywood, that's H-A-I-L-E-Y, on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts. Brought to you by DuckDuckGo. Protect your privacy online for free with DuckDuckGo. AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO's fixed over 40 million transmissions, and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
Are you still driving around with that check engine light on? AMCO will read and report the trouble codes on your vehicle for free. Call them today. That's
Amco, AA, MCO.
42 million Americans struggle with hunger, yet 35% of the food in this country is wasted. Those aren't just numbers. They're our neighbors, your daughter's friends from school, the family of 4 next door. The Kroger Company's Zero Hunger, Zero Waste Foundation is committed to making fresh food accessible to all by ensuring it never goes to waste. Together, we can help end hunger. Learn more at zerohungerzerowastefoundation.org.
KFI, AM 640.
Why don't people listen to us? The listeners listen to us. Just listen to us. Follow our lead. We know what we're talking about.
John and Ken, weekdays 2 to 6 on KFI.
I'm sure you're going to get a bunch of emails. They handle your reform. Okay, just to let you know, I agree with that. So you don't have to fall.
Bill Handel.
Don't waste your time.
Mornings from 6 to 10 on KFI.
Premier Networks presents Coast to Coast AM. Now, here's your guest host, Connie Willis.
It's Coast to Coast AM, Connie Willis here, and Boogie Man. I love it. Happy Halloween. It continues with more EVPs coming up and also some really neat readings in the next hour that I hope you guys will enjoy. A reminder, if you are like already going, oh man, I've been partying all week, oh my gosh, I'm trying to stay up, I want to hang in there, but I'm tired. Well then, you know, you want to become a Coast Insider. We understand that you may want to fall asleep during these hours. That's fine. We know it's not the content. We absolutely know that. So we have, rest assured, we've got you taken care of being a Coast Insider, where you can hear the shows that you just went, I just have to get up in the morning. I got to go to bed. It's okay. It's only 15 cents a day to become a Coast Insider, and you get all the great shows 24/7, and they sound really good. Also access to our great host, Mr. George Norrie. So if you wanted more information on it to become a Coast Insider, hey, simply go to our website at coasttocoastam.com. Happy Halloween.
Inflation is running hot, and now some politicians are pushing through another massive spending plan, $3.5 trillion. So here's the deal. If you're freaked out about the impact this additional spending is going to have on already high inflation, then protect your savings now. Diversify a portion of your savings into gold and silver with Birch Gold. If you haven't reached out to Birch Gold to diversify part of your IRA or 401k into a precious metals IRA, do it today. Text COAST to 989898 and get a free info kit on protecting your savings with gold. Or just buy gold or silver and have it shipped to your home. Birch Gold has an A+ rating with the BBB, countless 5-star reviews. Talk to them. Have them help you safeguard your investments. Simply text COAST to 989898 to claim your free, no obligation info kit on holding gold and silver in a tax-sheltered account. Again, text COAST to 989898 to take the first step in protecting your savings today.
Real people, real stories.
So I had an appointment with the surgeon, and he was told me what all he was going to do, and it was just absolutely horrendous. I came home, I started on Carnivora, and I called and canceled my surgery, and she said, "Are you going someplace else?" I said, "No, I'm taking care of it myself." She said, "Okay," and my problem on my skin went away.
I have bruising that's all over my arms, 3 weeks after I was on the carnivore, I noticed, I'm looking at my arms, and I said, gee, I don't have any bruises on my arms, and I'm always full of bruises. I can't put my finger on it, but I know something's happening. I have to tell you, that has to be the carnivore.
Call 866-836-8735. That's 866-836-8735. Or visit carnivora.com. That's carnivora.com. Use coupon code FORGE to get 15% off your order.
It's Coast to Coast AM. Connie Willis here. Happy Halloween. Hope you're enjoying the show. We have many EVPs to go forward. I usually do a really fun night called Willis-Ween where I carve a pumpkin and things like that. I didn't get to do that. I was really working hard doing some other things preparing for this. But I just want to make sure to say thanks to people that have brought that up. Trick or treat? Well, I've got a treat for you at my website. If you go to ConnieWillis.com, I've got a nice discount for Blue Rock Talk for you to join and be a part of Creepy Hotspots live investigations. So go check that out. Go to ConnieWillis.com. You'll see a neat little bitty, like it looks Halloweenish in the colors. It'll say Willis-Ween. Click on that, and you can get a really nice discount. So thanks everybody that do support me and have for quite a while. I really appreciate that. So I've got my own treat as well. Succession is back on. Yay! Those of you that like TV and seen this show, Succession, love it. So happy. And also brand new Curb Your Enthusiasm. I love it. I'm so happy. I'm getting my fix on that type of stuff as well. So that was my treat on Halloween. I want to say happy birthday to all the people out there that also have birthdays on Halloween. You all know who you are. You're out there having fun. I know. I get it. There's so many of you. You've written in, and I appreciate that. Our guest right now is Pete Paranormal Pete. I'm changing your name to Pete Paranormal. That's just the way it's going to be, Pete. But he's been doing paranormal things for quite a while, and he's learned a few things now. I've also heard, Pete, that I've heard this through the grapevine, that you're a very dedicated family man. You're a pillar in your community. These are things you probably would never say about yourself. Honest and a loyal friend. And, of course, you have the psychic abilities you were talking about before. You're hosting the Port Campbell Ghost Conference. And you're also a musician. We'd like to hear more about that. But the guy that introduced me to you so we could look into this further, Michael Beers, we want to appreciate, make sure that we say thanks to him. And he gave us a nice side of you that you may never tell us.
Well, that's very much appreciated. Yeah, big shout out to Mike Beers. He's joined my show, Paranormal Pete Show, as a producer, and I've known Mike for a long time, and I'm really excited to be working with him. And so, yeah, big shout out to Mike Beers. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, he's got a lot going on with him too. He'll be on here at one point. Don't worry about that. You guys will know who he is at one point if you don't already. He's got a lot of amazing things that he can do too. So speaking of that, you're a musician. Before we go to the EVPs, what do you play?
Yeah, I play bass. We play a little bit of everything, but bass is my main thing. My band is called Steady Rock Cosmonaut, and we're kind of a spacey reggae type band, which sounds strange, but if you go to steadyrockcosmonaut.com, you can check it out there. And we've got one album so far, and just looking forward to getting out and playing gigs. It's been a long time.
I like that name. That's cool. All right, so when we left here, we were on the EVPs, and you had set up number 4, but you're going to have to do that setup again because I know you had 3 in a row to play at that point.
Yeah. So in this clip, basically what you'll hear is my audio device is stationary, sitting on a stair banister, and you'll hear the team just kind of talking, and a voice pops in there, and you'll hear one of the teammates react to it, and then let's hear it once, and I'll try and point it out again.
Okay.
There's no left right there. No.
So it popped right into our conversation, and when you hear one of the investigators say no, it's right after that. You'll hear this voice kind of pop in, and it sounds different from any of the other voices. Can we hear it again, please?
And it says, I'm here.
I'm here.
There's no left right there. No.
Yeah, that's nice. Here, it's kind of like here.
Yeah, just kind of announcing their presence. And so in the next clip, what had happened was, so one of the team members heard that voice, and that prompted us to go up to the second floor, and because it just kind of sounded like it was maybe towards the staircase. So we went upstairs, and there was a ghost box session that was started, and we were standing right at the top of the stairs, and we were asking things like, tell us who you are, we heard you downstairs, tell us who you are, and we got this response in clip 5.
Wow, sound like a child.
It does, and it's very clear, and you can hear the reverb on the voice just as it's in the room. That kind of, when that voice came out, it was like a punch in the gut of energy. It was just kind of a crazy experience. I don't know if you want to play it one more time, but 5. So this girl's answering, a lady, because we were asking, tell us who you are. And then in clip 6 here, this is right after that, we were asking questions like, well, tell us who you are. You're a lady. What's the lady's name? And we got another response.
Oh.
So you hear the child's voice, and then you'll hear my teammate repeat what we heard.
Yeah.
And it's clear as day. So if you want to play that again, I just love this one.
And said just like a kid would. Now, is there a history of kids there? And did you find also a history of Annabelle?
Well, there is a history of kids there, but not from the original people who built the house in 1888. And so it's been kind of hard to track down who or when it was. But for many years, mediums have said that they've picked up on somebody named Anna in the house. And so that's kind of really interesting validation there to come out. But she sounds very sweet, and she seems very friendly.
Wow, excellent. Okay, thanks.
Yeah. And so, in the next clip I wanted to play, now this is kind of a little bit more interesting one. This is last October. And so you'll hear the group of people I had on the tour, you'll hear everybody kind of chuckle, and then there's this other voice that kind of pops in there, and see if you can hear what it says. And there's a loud thump there, and that is, I think, me shutting a door. So you hear everyone in the tour kind of chuckle, and then there's this female voice. And Connie, I'll ask you, what do you think it says?
I didn't hear that. Let's hear that one again. I missed it. There it was, right?
Yep.
Was it Hey Pete?
Sounds like it says, Hey Pete.
Yeah.
That seems to happen in this house. I love that one. That was
you hear that? You hear that often where they say, Hey Pete?
Yeah, I hear my name quite a bit. And at first I didn't know how to take that, but I take it as I'm honored to hear my voice. So at first I was a little nervous, like, oh no, they know who I am. But then I figured out, I want them to know who I am.
Yeah, they're gonna know. Either way, right? Yeah, let's hear that again to see if we can hear it.
Yeah.
There it was. I love it.
Yeah, I just like that. Hey, Pete. And this is all still in the Walker Ames house. We haven't moved out of there yet. And clip 8 here is, there's a really weird voice that comes through, and what you hear otherwise is me. It was a public investigation, and so you'll kind of hear me kind of instructing people, what we're about to do, giving some advice, and there's this weird sound that comes in. See if people can hear it. But we want to about the water, sit on the floor, remember? And you just want to listen. You want to be listening and watching.
I only laughed because I'm pretty sure I heard it. It's kind of similar to the woo-woo, but it was a little different, but not too far off.
Yeah, and I don't know if this person was singing a tune. It doesn't sound like anything recognizable to me, but it's definitely some sort of singing or, someone just trying to get attention, possibly. If we can hear it again, that'd be great. But we want to about the water, sit on the floor, remember? And you just want to listen. You want to be listening and watching.
And you know what? You never know. I mean, it could be just somebody dusting and they're by themselves, they think, and they're just like,
Exactly. It could be somebody still continuing their work in the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, and so the next one here I'm going to play for you is, we've moved to a different house now, and this is what was the doctor's house. And this is actually my friend Mary captured this one. She was just turned on her audio device, and investigators out there know you should turn on your audio devices outside and don't turn them off until you're outside leaving again. And so she just turned on her audio walking in, and there's some sort of foreign language that sounds like the Swedish chef.
Here's the coaching tree from all figures.
So whatever this was already speaking as she was walking into the house. Can we hear it again?
Here's the coaching tree from all figures.
Are you talking that big voice?
Yes.
Was somebody? Wow.
Yes, and it sounds like it says "Herd of Fergen Avita Zane" or something like that.
Yeah, let's hear that again.
Go ahead.
Here's the coaching tree from all figures.
All pickers left. What do you think it says?
Well, it kind of almost sounds like Avita Zane.
Huh.
In a way. And the other interesting thing in here is there's actually music playing too. Kind of underneath that, you hear kind of these classical notes being played underneath. If you want to do it one more time,
yeah, let's hear that again.
Here's the coaching tree from all figures.
I'm getting like all pickers level or something.
Either way, we don't know who it was.
Yeah, but it's pretty solid, clear, as well. Did you have longer audio, but that's the only piece that came out of it? I mean, did it just cut off even within the sound?
That's where I believe that is where it stopped right there. It was very fast. It was already speaking and then just done. But it was just right off the bat. So, I mean, imagine that going to review your audio and then boom, right off the bat you got something. That's pretty rare.
Leaves you hanging too. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah. In clip 10 here, I'm going to take you guys over to the historic Fort Gamble Theater building. And this also houses the town's post office, and it was built in 1906. And in the basement of this place was the town's morgue from 1906 to 1929. And so this one was actually taken on Halloween, I think 3 years ago. And so 3 years ago tonight, happy Halloween. And basically, the group, we were standing down in the morgue, and all of a sudden we hear someone walking upstairs on the main floor, and they seem to go into one of the bathrooms and put the toilet seat down, But the weird thing was is we didn't hear any doors open or close, and all just these footsteps seemed to come out of nowhere. So we're going to play clip 10, and then I can talk about it a little bit more. Okay, now we have gotten the doctor really goes there. Yeah.
But wait a minute, were those footsteps you guys, or that's what you're saying?
We were all downstairs with the doors locked upstairs. So if there was anybody living that was up there, they would have had to have had a key, and they would have had to come in through one of the doors, which we never heard open.
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. That's not just footsteps, but that's like, there's a lot of intent there. There's like running. It's awful. Let's hear that. That's spooky. Let's hear that again. Oh.
Yeah. Okay, now we have gotten the doctor really goes there. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's scary.
It is kind of, it's different. And I had quite a personal experience after this, because so half of us went up to check to see if the doors were still locked and to see if anybody had come in to go into an office space or anything like that. And then we got up there and the doors were locked still. Nobody was in any of the offices, and I went straight towards the men's bathroom there because that's where it sounded like the footsteps went. And I could not enter the bathroom. And the best way I can describe what I felt was when you try and put two magnets together, both north poles towards each other, and they resist. I could not get into the bathroom for, it was probably 10 seconds, and I could not get in there. And by the time the rest of the people kind of got down there, whatever was holding me out seemed to be gone, because then it just felt normal. But that was a pretty intense personal experience that I had there, not being able to get into the bathroom.
We got a couple minutes. We'll see if we can fit in a few more. Oh,
yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah, this, I want to skip to clip 12 here. And this is also in the morgue at the Fort Gamble Theater building. And we're doing a ghost box session, and you'll hear my teammate Mary ask if they'd like to speak to anybody else, and yours truly is standing next to her. So see if you hear what it says.
Pete. Everybody, they're all calling Pete. Got a lot of fans.
That was the first time I'd heard a spirit say my name through any sort of device or audio recording. And so I didn't quite know how to take it, but like I said, now I'm honored to hear my voice through something like that. But if we can hear that again, it's pretty awesome.
That needs to be your signature sound before your show. Every time you start your show,
that's a great idea.
Better.
Yeah, that was just kind of a fun one. And the last name that it said was Mike, and the gentleman standing next to me, his name was Mike. And so that was really cool to get the names of us standing right there. I thought that was pretty incredible. Do we have time for one more
real quick? I don't know if we do or not. Let's wait. We'll hang in there, okay? And we'll come back and we'll finish. We got one more hour with him, so we'll do a whole lot more of the EVPs and hopefully get a couple of his spooky stories. It's so fun to do these things. I think it's great for Halloween. I hope you guys are agreeing. A little later on, we got Donnie Most showing up for us. He's going to read some of the haunting poems that are out there, as well as a special guest that will be doing the same. So you guys stick around. Happy Halloween. Connie Willis with you here on Coast to Coast AM.
But this one says, it's just Halloween fun. Through and through and down with the light, and the fifth little pumpkin rolls out of sight.
If you're thinking about refinancing your mortgage, maybe you've already filed, maybe you already have refinanced in 2020, it's still more than worthwhile to contact HMS Capital. Mark Tice of HMS Capital recommends you apply with HMS Capital and then any other lender. HMS Capital is the only lender I know that actually encourages homeowners to apply with other lenders. He is that confident he can get you the best deal. And I've known Mark for over 16 years, and I've done 2 mortgages with him. No appraisal or application fees of any kind. Take the HMS Capital challenge, apply with another mortgage company, and also apply with HMS Capital. The rates are the lowest they've ever been. Call 833-255-5698. That's 833-255-5698. Visit hmscapital.com. hmscapital.com.
HMS Capital Funding is a DBA of Goldman Finance, NMLS ID number 2427. HMS Capital is licensed by the Department of Financial Protection and Innovation under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act. License number 4130360. Equal housing lender.
Why won't a plumber just tell me what it costs to unclog my drain over the phone? Is it that complicated?
No, it's not. It makes no sense at all. They obviously have a price.
Whoa, you've got a nice aroma. Who are you?
Mike Diamond, the smell good plumber.
Will you tell me how much to unstop my drain?
$99.
But you haven't seen it.
Don't need to. Doesn't matter if it's a kitchen sink or a mainline sewer stoppage. The smell good plumbers at Mike Diamond will unclog almost any drain for $99.
Almost.
Yeah, there are a few exceptions, but you can read all about them on our website before you call. Just go to thesmellgoodplumber.com.
Wow, you're like up front and everything. I just called a guy named Bubba who wouldn't tell me anything.
No Bubba's here, ma'am. Just professional plumbers who show up on time, smell good, and unclog drains for $99. Call us. 1-800-446-MIKE. Contractor license number 39917. If you didn't like that opinion, keep listening. We've got a few more. KFI, live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
KFI.
And KOSC-HD2.
Los Angeles, Orange County. Live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app.
Confronted by bloody knives. I'm Phil Hewlett from the KFI 24-hour newsroom. Halloween became very real for a neighborhood in Van Nuys last night. Los Angeles police officers shot and killed a knife-wielding man who was reportedly going around slashing tires and standing on cars. This woman saw it all unfold.
And we peered at the window. We saw that there was something in his hand. The police showed up really fast, and then we heard 3 shots fired. And on the intercom, they were telling everyone to stay inside.
Investigators say the man was holding 2 bloody knives and held one to his own throat at one point. Officers say the man lunged at them, prompting them to fire their guns. American Airlines canceled or delayed more flights yesterday, and more could be affected today. The airline says it was due to weather and staffing problems, but this traveler believes it's something else.
I'm very empathetic with the workers who are against the vaccine mandate and don't show up to work in situations like this, even if it's impacting me.
The airline is requiring all its employees to be vaccinated by November 24th. Police arrested a man they believe is the driver who, on Sunday in Long Beach, hit 6 people on a sidewalk with his car. Detectives tracked down Richard Irigoyen, arrested him in Compton. He was booked on 6 counts of attempted murder as well as several other charges. Today, prosecutors are expected to recommend life in prison for an Army veteran who tried to bomb a white supremacist rally in Long Beach 2 years ago. Some of his online posts supported a violent jihad. A homeless encampment for veterans near Brentwood is expected to be torn down this morning. Those who live in the so-called Veterans Row are being transitioned into more permanent housing. Southland weather from KFI, mostly cloudy skies for your Monday. Highs will be in the upper 60s to low 70s inland. Beaches will top out in the mid-60s. It'll be a few degrees warmer on Tuesday. Right now, it is 52 in Garden Grove, Dana Point 54, Torrance is 57, and in Calabasas, it is currently 53 degrees. We lead local. From the KFI 24-hour newsroom, I'm Phil Hewlett.
In Alhambra, this is on the 10 westbound connector to the 710 southbound. We have a crash and emergency crews blocking that transition road. Watch for delays as you approach. 134 westbound at Pass Avenue in Burbank. We have a crash in the right lane there. You're seeing some delays from Alameda. Long Beach, 710 northbound at Del Amo. Little fender bender there blocking the off-ramp. Your drive is bunching up right as you approach this area. KFI in the sky helps get you there faster. I'm Brian Van.
The Delta variant is making COVID-19 spread faster and more easily. Variants can be more contagious, aggressive, and deadly. But we know vaccines work. Vaccinated Californians have greater protection against serious illness, hospitalization, and death. We can help stop the spread and end this pandemic. Get vaccinated and wear a mask when it can protect you and others. Find a vaccine near you at myturn.ca.gov. Brought to you by the California Department of Public Health.
AMCO presents Bet You Didn't Know.
Bet you didn't know that your car's transmission is made up of 800 pieces. Also, bet you didn't know that AMCO's fixed over 40 million transmissions, and that AMCO offers a nationwide warranty.
And AMCO offers payment plan options for almost any credit situation. So it's easier than ever to fix it fast and pay it off slow. That's AMCO, AA, MCO.
We survived winter in Siberia, my mother told me, by literally eating dirt. Hello, I'm John Acoyan, owner of Rooter Hero Plumbing. I can't imagine living like that, but dirt, my mom told me, had nutrients. We are so fortunate to live in the world's richest country, but every day children go hungry. At Rooter Hero Plumbing, we want to help. So we're bringing back our Hero Health program. Before COVID-19, we fed the homeless, adopted families, and cleaned the bay. But our most popular program was handing out canned goods. Rooter Hero will once again hand out food with no questions asked. Simply pull up in your car and we'll help your family. Go to rooterhero.com/HeroHelp for the date and location. If you want to donate canned goods, call us at 866-377 for a Rooter Hero Plumbing location nearest you. Thank you. Radio advertising can connect your business with holiday shoppers wherever they go. Use iHeart Ad Builder to create an affordable custom radio ad right on your phone. Just click, listen, approve, and hear it on the radio. Create your customized ad today at iHeartAdBuilder.com. Some people hate daylight savings time, but for me, that just means more good times at Morongo. And now, the top 5 reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Thanksgiving Essentials giveaway. Get a Newton buffet server when you earn 500 points on your reward card the 8th and 9th.
Number 4.
Robin's Gift, live November 13th. Only if you keep left. It's yours now. 3. Happy Bonus giveaway. You can win up to $2,000 cash playing your favorite game. Friday at 6 p.m. to 2 a.m.
And the number 2.
Thanksgiving to go. Get a full feast with 6 sides for one meal price. Call 866-234-7006 to order today.
And the number 1 reason.
Veterans Day freebie. Veterans get a free gift and enjoy 50% off dining with valid military ID on Veterans Day.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa. Morongo. Good time. AM 640. More stimulating talk.